Hey Capricorns, welcome back to the channel, FieryFalconTarot. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you return to my channel, welcome. For those of you guys that don't know, I am a Leo sun sign, and I hope you guys are doing well and feeling well. Be sure to smash the like button. Be sure to ring the bell so that way you guys don't miss any time that I post or go live or anything I do on the channel that will notify you guys. And with all that being said, Capricorn, let's get into it. Your video got a lot of views for, I believe it was for like the June month, because I haven't done nothing for you guys this month thus far. So you guys are getting a reading. I'm kind of considering like just cutting back on reading for all the zodiac signs based on performance. So I'm not really sure if that's what I'm going to do. But anyways, let's see. We actually had a full moon. I believe it's in the sign of Capricorn, so it's in your house, so that should be amazing there. All right. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for you guys. What I want to pull. Let's ring the bell real fast, though. Archangel Divine White Light, please guide and watch over this act of divination for the sign of Leo. Oh, I'm sorry. For the sign of Capricorn. If there is anything that's trying to interfere in Capricorn's energy, we ask that you remove it and bring it to the light. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, y'all. All right. So you could be a Capricorn with Leo placements in your chart. Don't necessarily have to be, but for some reason Leo's coming up here. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, well, we're going to go here. Okay, we're going to go here. So we're going to do a little bit of career, money, but we're going to get all the messages, all right? So it doesn't matter. All right. This is for Capricorn. Anywhere that you have Capricorn in your chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. Okay. Let's see what we got here. What we got here. Some of you guys could be going to a game, or maybe if you have kids, your kids could have like a sports activity or something like that going on today. I'm seeing baseball, but I actually got a baseball hat on. So I don't know. It could be any sport in particular. I don't know what the schools are doing right now, if it's like baseball season or if it's like football season. I think it could be like baseball season and maybe like softball and what's the other one? Do they do rugby in school? I don't know. I haven't been to school in a very long time, so I don't know if they do rugby, soccer. It could be something like that here. So you guys could be like a sports mom or a sports dad. Take it how it resonates. If it's not that, then you guys could just be getting invited with the friends. You know, some friends to go to like maybe the Phillies game. You know, if you're here on the East Coast between Philly and the tri-state area, you guys could be doing something like that here. So, all right, take it how it resonates. But let's see, baby, what we got going on here for Capricorn. We have Mooney Long coming on now. Ours and ours. I don't know if this is too loud, but let me go ahead and adjust the volume. Alright, let's see. Some of you guys could be going to a party for a Capricorn here. Don't necessarily have to be, but you certainly could be. But let's, what am I doing here? Alright, adjusting the volume. Just because I don't know if that's too loud, and I don't want to get flirt. So, we're going to shuffle. And do a little switch up here. I don't know what the hell that was. Hold on, y'all. Sorry. So, I thought that I was going to, like, get stuff that I was familiar with, but I'm really not getting things that I'm familiar with. So, yeah. Alright, I don't know, but I'm about to, like, just kind of wing it here. You guys could be coming home to a bed of roses or something like that, or you could be wanting to surprise someone else with the bed of roses. I'm not really sure. Again, I mentioned a party here. So, someone could be walking into an event here, and it could be like a bed of roses, like on the walkway or something like that here. So you guys could be going to a wedding, but I'm really seeing like a party though. I'm not really seeing nothing wedding vibe. So I'm just definitely getting a party here. So I don't know if this was like daughter's party or a friend party or what's going on here, but I'm seeing roses. All right, let's see what we got going on here for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and our Venus. All right, so we got coins. Some of you guys could be definitely seeing loose coins. Could be finding loose coins in weird areas of your house. All right, if you're doing laundry, we know that's always a hit, right? When you find $10 in your pocket, what? I go crazy. $5, shit, $1. I'll be like, oh, thank you, Lord. What can I do with this? So, I don't know. You guys could be finding money here, okay? Or, like, you guys could also be making a wish here because with coins, people typically, like, throw the coins in the wishing well, right? And they make a wish. So, you guys could be seeing someone do this, or you could just be finding, like I said, coins. So, take it how it resonates, y'all. All right, let's see. What we got going on here? It says money coming in, wealth, good investments. It says careers could be sales or finances. It says getting a raise or lucky. So some of you guys could just definitely be, it could be that time of the year for you guys, right? Where you're going to get promoted here. You're being called into the office for your review, your annual review, or some of you guys based on the job that you do. This could be like a quarterly review here, but I'm definitely seeing like a review. And if it's not you personally, then maybe you work at a company where you guys go over the numbers. You run the numbers, you run the ROIs, you run the losses, things of that nature, like where the company's losing money at. How can we do better? How can we be better? How can we reduce, spending? So some companies could be revising their spending cap as well too. So just keep that in mind here. So that's interesting here when it comes to coins. So you guys could have already had in your mind that you're about to get this promotion, or you had a certain expectation of what this promotion should look like for you guys. But there could be something here with the companies like revising things or something like that. And there's like, I feel like you're going to get something. I don't feel like it's going to be exactly what you wanted for some of you guys, right? This is not every single Capricorn. This is a general message, by the way. Take what resonate, leave what does not. All right? If you need something more personal guided towards you, look down below. So I'm just seeing that here. So, So just be mindful of that here. All right? I'm also seeing someone trying to park at a meter here and they don't have coins. I remember one time, it's like these meters are getting weirder, bro. But I feel like a lot of them are now starting to do like the e-pay. So you can like e-pay for your parking space. But there are some that are in the cities and around different cities where they still take coins. So I was at this meter and they did not have the e-pay or whatever it's called. I call it e-pay. I don't know if it's actually called that, where you can just like kind of type it in and just like swipe your card or tap your card or whatever the case may be. But this particular one took coins. And they had like a penny slot, they had like a nickel slot, and like a dime slot, and a quarter slot. But it was just really weird because I didn't even have, or maybe they didn't have a nickel slot. Maybe they only had like a quarter and a dime slot or whatever. It was really strange. But anyway, I didn't have the coins to go into the slot to be able to pay for the meter. It was really weird. And so I don't know. Y'all could be coming across something like that here. You could be running across an old telephone booth. Hell, I don't know. But just take it how it resonates, y'all. Alright, general message. We do have rose. Wow, didn't I say I saw roses? I see like a bed of roses. You could be having like maybe someone's having like a hotel party, right? And maybe you're helping your friend like style the hotel, or like put the decorations around the hotel. Thank you, Spirit. I couldn't think of the daggone name. Alright, so somebody could be decorating for the party, or like I said, this could be whatever. I'm really getting the party, but it certainly could be like any kind of intimate, formal event, right? But I'm seeing a party. But I was just seeing someone like putting the roses down, and I see someone being surprised. So I don't know. I saw the vision, but let's go. It says roses. It says financial relief. It says being content. It says loving care. A career for you guys, Capricorn, could be supporter role. All right, you could have a supporter role in job security, or your job could be secure in this supporter role. All right, but and then it says growing. So I don't know what that means for you guys here. So again, back to the coins here. Maybe you guys are having this high expectation here because like if you guys know roses can be expensive. I'm not talking about the ones from Walmart that are half dead, they're leaning over, look like they ain't had water in months. Not those. I'm talking about the beautiful long stem roses, right? That are perfectly blossomed. They're not too overbloomed, they're not underbloomed, they're gorgeous, right? With the long thick stems, like, and they're wrapped like, oh my god, like like incredibly beautifully. So you know what I mean. When you see those, you're like, yeah, somebody spent some bread on those. And then, not to discredit the grocery store flowers. Now, listen, if you can only get the $7 flowers, then get the $7 flowers. But I'm just giving an example. Like, you can see, so someone's appearance could be evolving here. Someone's features could be, they could be enhancing their features here. So this could be looking like someone's grown and sexy, right? You know, someone could have just wore like sweatpants all their life or whatever, and so like maybe now someone's transitioning into that grown and sexy appeal look, right? So it could be something like that here. But yeah, so roses are here, y'all. Man, dang, I called that shit. I called that. All right, we have the student here. It says work as a mentor to learn new skills or teach yourself how to implement your plans. It says you could be in school to pursue a higher education or work for a school district. It says teach yourself to succeed with money or get a financial advisor to teach you. So, coins, student, all right, learning here how to invest, where to invest, how to budget, maybe to budget a little bit better. Some, I don't know. I've only known 2 Capricorns my whole entire life. And and those 2 were females. And then I met a male Capricorn, and he was just like a big spender, man. Like, you know, he was in the streets, of course, so, you know, and his I don't even want to say his nickname, but he's a street dude. So, you know, I met him from where an area I used to live in, and so we were always kind of like stare at each other, and like there would be things that I would see him doing in the parking lot and stuff like that, and I just would be like, yo, like, why are you doing that? Like, why are you throwing like 20 bands on the ground in the parking lot? And I mean, I get it. It's for entertainment. It's to feel exciting. For some people, they carry themselves in that mannerism because to them it feels like they made it, right? And so they want to display their mateness, right? So someone feels like made. Someone could be a made man. Someone could be getting made. All right. So made means a lot of different things here if you guys don't know. Okay. So a made person is like someone that's in like the Italian mafia, right? They don't like to call themselves that they're an Italian mafia. But it's basically someone that's untouchable, right? So someone could be becoming a made man, right? Someone could have this mental persona that they are a made person, a man or woman, doesn't matter, right? There's no gender in tarot. Where this person feels like that there's nothing that they can do. Like, they could do whatever they want to do, right? They could say whatever they want to say, go wherever they want to go, do whatever they want to do, you know, insult people, harass people, threaten people, because essentially, you know, if you guys watch like any of those Goodfellas, you know what I'm saying, like one of those films, then we understand the leverage and the power that a made man generally has, right? Like, you can't just approach a made person. You can't dethrone a made person without going through a process, right? So this could be someone that, again, they could have a really big ego, man, like a really huge ego. So this person may feels like very entitled energy here. So we're switching up a little bit here. Right, we got Roddy Ricch coming on here, and I'm not a big fan of Roddy Ricch. I know some of his music, but I could not tell you everything that he makes. However, what's sticking out here is Underdog, and F1. It says something about Underdog and F1. What is it? Oh, it says from F1. Oh, the movie. Okay. Right. We know F1s, we know NASCAR. Those cars are really fast and, you know, powerful cars. Where are we going here with this, Spirit? So someone could be getting... Okay, so let's just go there. There's another meaning for mate. And I know this might sound like it's all over the place, but just stick with me here because I just feel like this is someone's ego that's about to be brought down. Someone's about to be dropped down a couple pegs here because they're on this high cloud. They see themselves as a made man or a made woman where they're untouchable, they're unstoppable. Like, whatever they do, say, whatever, it's just that, right? And no one questions a made person. No one, again, can approach a made person. No one can dethrone a made person without going through a process. So if you don't really understand what I'm saying about this, just go watch you a old school gangster movie, okay, like Goodfellas, okay, something like that here. So there's an entitled energy here. This is someone that feels like they're made, they're privileged, whatever, however you want to look at it, right? And then there's another meaning to mate. So mate, it could be like someone. So have you ever seen like a crime movie where they are trying to capture this person, mostly, police or, the other bad guys, right, that are against the other bad guys, right? So they have a spotter, right, where this person follows this person's around, they do recon, right? They're reconning on the person, they're following them around, and then someone gets made, right? And made means when the spire gets spied, like they get sought out, like they get visually saw, right? They see the spy, right? And they know that something is off, so now they're getting ready to shift course, right? Because they don't want to be captured, they don't want to be caught, they don't want to be stopped, something like that here. So someone could be getting made, okay? Someone could be seen doing something that they're not supposed to be ideally doing, okay? Or stealing, or whatever the case may be. So there's a couple different lines here. So I'm trying to get through this here. But then we have leadership. It says you're stepping into a role as a leader. It says you're ready. It says your career will improve once you accept and step into your power. And I just talked about power here. I don't know. It says you're following the crowd in fear and putting yourself out there. So someone could be a follower here and not a leader. Someone could be getting bullied into doing something here because someone else feels like that they are the main person or the main character in the story, or whoever, whatever, however. But that's just what I'm getting here. But let's... Damn. Alright, let's just go ahead. Let's go, Capricorn. So some of you guys, you do have an energy here, or either you or this person, or there's someone else here in the energy here that feels like they're a made person, like what they say go, like they do them wrong. Like someone could be looking at someone as a made person as well too, but this person is far from the made, like, I don't know. There you guys are. You're flipping over. I mean, you're standing out strong here. All right. Maybe somebody could be learning that someone. There's a switch coming here. It's real big. Like maybe someone thought that they were like in this perfect place, this perfect energy. I don't know. And now it's like, because again, on the movie, like this guy, he felt like, again, he could do whatever he want. Like he could never be whacked. He could never be taken out here, basically, right? And come to find out, like, they thought that he was in real good, right, with the made man. And I believe his name was Joey. So someone's name could start with a J. Don't necessarily have to. First letter or last name, first initial. All right. Could be a street as well, too. So take it how it resonates, man. But, they had a good time with him. They kept him in the bar real late. Got him real drunk. And there the devil's coming out again. This is y'all energy, man. So I don't know what this is, Capricorn. I don't know what's going on here. So, and again, he thought that he was a leader. He thought that he was a part of the made man, like he couldn't be touched. And he ended up being touched, right? They ended up whacking him, right? And it was too late by the time he realized exactly what was happening, right? It was too late. When they got him in this warehouse. You have to watch Goodfellas to see it for yourself. He was like, oh shit. Like it set in at that moment that, yeah, we were taking you to off you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like to get rid of you. Like, yeah, Tower, man. Damn. So I don't know if because this is exactly how it was. Like the other made men have been made men for years. Like, a long time, and this other guy was like the student, right? He was coming in trying to learn the roles, and they both came in at the same time. One accelerated, the other one didn't, because he got whacked, obviously, right? So I don't know if this is someone trying to step into a role that they have no clue on what to do, how to survive, how to thrive in that role. Meanwhile, you have someone else here that's really genuine and actually know what they're doing, know what they're talking about, possess all the natural qualities to be a leader, right? very humble, very balanced, not an egotistical person here. And there's another person here that wants to outshine this other person. It's kind of giving me that, right? Someone values material things over other essentials. Let's just say that here, because roses is from the earth, right? It grows out the dirt. And money, we know, we hear the term all the time that money is the root of all evil. However, someone is not materialistic. Someone is a true leader here. Someone wants to see the rose in everyone. Someone really truly wants to see someone, as you guys may have heard Tupac, the rose that grew out of the concrete, right? And basically what that's saying is like the toughness, the greenness, like the backstabbing, like whatever somebody went through, right? To actually stand out in this leadership role, this leadership position here. Like this person is actually a rose, right? What do flowers and plants do, right? They give off and provide oxygen for the whole planet, right? Not just for certain roses, right? They release oxygen to the entire world. Like nothing is reserved. Nothing is held back with, you know what I mean? Just natural environments. I'm just giving you an example because we're talking about a plant here, right? A rose is essentially a plant, right? And plants help. What do plants do? They nurture the planet, right? Just giving you an example here. However, money does not do that, right? Money does not nurture the planet. Money does not grow from Mother Earth, right? So, I don't know, man. There's two different energies here for sure, but we do have y'all showing up here. The first energy, the first card out is typically the strongest here, so we have you guys showing up here. The Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck here. Alright, so, and we have the Tower back in that, and we have the High Priestess. Because someone just thinks that they know. Someone thinks that they're smarter than what they actually are. And I'm not calling this person an idiot, but I'm just saying that they got some thorns. Let's just say that, alright? So we have the Ace of Pentacles, yeah, and we have the Star card coming out here. Wow, two major arcana. Alright, so it looks good. We don't have a lot of time, but I'm about to get out of here. We're going to clarify these cards, though, for sure. And again, the Devil, the money is right in the middle here. So, yeah, the King of Pentacles here on the side. This is Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy here. Wow, I said Virgo. So you could be a Capricorn with Virgo placements in your chart. You could be anybody with just Capricorn placements. Maybe a Virgo placement, maybe an Aquarius placement. Don't necessarily have to be, but it could be. But anyway, we got the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck here. So again, anything to get on top is kind of what it's giving me. This person will say or do or whatever they need to make themselves not appear to be a student. They want to look as if they're the leader. They want to put on this persona as if they know all, right? You know? Alright. So let's go ahead and do some clarifying here. But there is something that will be healing here. Again, this could be someone that's coming out of this energy here. Don't necessarily have to be, but they could be. The Devil could be looked at as an obsessive energy. I could not get that out. Wow. Alright, so let's just go ahead and do some clarifying here. Again, could be obsessed with money here. Focus on trying to prove a point. Focus on trying to show that they are the leader because they have money, they have resources here. But resources doesn't necessarily make you a leader, right? It just means that you have the means to do things, right? Maybe more than other people, but I mean that doesn't mean that you're gonna do good things with your means, like, you know what I mean? And that's why they say money is the root of all evilness, because the money itself is not evil. It's the person that has the money, right? And what are you doing with your money? Like, are you smuggling things, right? You know what I'm saying? Then that would be bad, right? Are you actually feeding the homeless people? Are you feeding the poor children? Like, that would be good, right? So it's like, that's what I'm talking about here. That's what I'm saying here. But something is going to be healing here with the Star card energy here. So don't necessarily, could be an Aquarius again. It could be a Capricorn here with Aquarius placements. Let's see. What's the Devil? What is the Devil? Alright. What is the devil? Yeah, the Nine of Wands here. Someone's determined to do what here? Because the Nine of Wands could be also energy of determination. Someone's determined to what? Conquer the devil in them. Someone's determined to do what? Right? Because the devil can be, it can mean a lot, right? It could mean a lot. So someone's determined to be the devil. Someone's determined to what exactly here? Yeah, the Four of Cups. I don't know if someone's determined to like build a relationship with the devil here or to befriend the devil here. The Two of Wands, the Lovers, and the Four of Cups. I feel like someone already did that and they're very disappointed in it. Yeah, the Ten of Swords. We have the Ten of Swords. We have the Six of Pentacles. We have the Two of Wands, right? I can't completely show this, but we have the Lovers and we have the Four of Cups. Give me one more. Why is this Nine of Wands here? Someone could also be guarded towards a energy here because they view this person as toxic. They view this person as the devil here. Let's say, give me one more on the Nine of Wands and the devil. Yeah, we have, they gave us two more. Yeah, we have the Four of Swords in the reverse and we have Justice here. So someone's spirit is uneased, right? It's not balanced. It's not level. Someone's very disturbed. Someone's very bothered by whatever this is. Bothered by what? Because maybe someone's taking a leap of faith towards somewhere else or something else here. Or maybe this break allows someone's to change, right? Because remember I said that there was something here about a switch up, right? A switch up. So the Four of Swords upright will be taking a break, not wanting to be bothered, you know, not looking at it, not trying to deal with it. The Four of Swords in the reverse is like, okay, someone's ready to take action now, right? Someone's coming out of this isolation mode, let's just say that, right? And someone could be guarded because of that, right? So that could show up for somebody some kind of way. But we have the Fool here taking action, and then we have the Nine of Swords, the Nine of Coins. So I don't know, someone might be wanting to come out of this toxicity now to maybe start to change some of the things that they were doing and or whatever like that here. But it was too late, right? It was too late. So something like that here. What's this Ace of Pentacles? Because I don't know why they're referencing Goodfellas, but some of y'all might need to watch Goodfellas, okay? Somebody might think they have a Goodfella and he's really a bad guy. I don't know. But the Goodfellas is here, right? Alright, we got this sticking out here. What is it? We have the Hermit here. Ace of Pentacles here. The Three of Wands here. Someone's waiting on money here or waiting on these resources here in order to be able to take action here. So and the Hermit has the Star and the Lantern there. You see that? They're seeking clarity, they're seeking guidance, they're seeking something here. Someone could be paying a healer, someone could be going to a healer as well too. This confirmation with my phone ringing. It says plan now. It's 10 hours of unexpected something here. So someone's trying to pay for spirituality. Someone's seeking out spirituality here. I don't know, because someone could be paying the devil. Like, you know what I mean? Like who are you talking to, bro? Like, who are you seeing? Like, you know what I mean? Someone's traveling to do this with the Three of Wands. What is this? Let me see. Let me get another one. What's this? Ace of Pentacles and the Hermit. I need to close this out. I didn't want this video to be this long. What's the Ace of the Ace of Pentacles? Bro, someone's paying somebody to do something. The World card. Someone could be paying someone to end the cycle here. Wow. Look. The World, the Ten of Swords. The Lovers. So again, someone's trying to control something here, man. Someone's obsessed with something here. What's the Star card? Obsessed with maybe trying to repair something. The High Priestess here. So, but someone already knows that. Someone already knows that someone's paying a spiritual practitioner possibly here. Or someone that's saying that they're a spiritual practitioner, because I don't know, man. I don't know if this is a... The Hermit is not necessarily a bad card is someone that's seeking wisdom. They got the Knight of Wands, Seven of Swords, and the King of Cups here. Somebody could be doing love spells. Okay, someone could be paying someone to do love work towards somebody here because someone wants to be the leader. Now I'm seeing all dogs go to heaven, where this guy, he didn't really accept this other dog as like being a team player. He kind of just tolerated. He tolerated the dog. And so when he would try to take action or like implement his thoughts or express his emotions here, he always got like shut down. I don't know what's going on here with this reading. So, and I know that he was trying to, is that all dogs go to heaven here? Or was that Aristocats? He wanted to show that he could be a leader. But the one dog was like, or it might have been Aristocats, y'all. Check out both. So watch Goodfellas, watch All Dogs Go to Heaven, watch Aristocats. Anyway, he was telling him that he was the leader, that they go when he said that they go. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he didn't allow this person to, like, shine. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Someone could be trying to block somebody's shine. But let me see. What's the star and the high priestess here? But someone's on the higher dimension is what I'm getting here. Someone's on a higher realm. Someone's on a higher plane. Alright? So, maybe someone's trying to pay to get themselves on this higher dimension. Someone's trying to pay for someone to do work on them to get them on this higher realm as well, too. Because the high priest, they know everything, right? They're a good energy worker. If someone is seeing a spiritual advisor, they are a good one. If someone is going to go see a spiritual advisor that is cloaked with the devil, then they're a warlock, right? They're not from the divine. You know what I'm saying? They're not from the divine. Like, crazy. What's this star in the high priestess here? Yeah, it's like someone's trying to climb the ladder or something here. We have the Two of Cups and we got the Seven of Cups here. The Page of Pentacles. Like, everybody wants to be with the... Okay, let's just say this. The Ace of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. Let's just say Jesus was allowed to date, right? And allowed to be in a relationship. So, Jesus created his social media profile page, right? He's up there with his little beautiful robe on, you know, looking all emerald and shit, you know what I'm saying? Looking good. You know how many swipes Jesus would get? Jesus would have all kind of hoes swiping on his picture, you know what I'm saying? Hitting the like button, leaving a comment, like, you know, I could derobe you, and, you know, whatever people would potentially say, right? And so, of course, everybody would want to be with the star, right? And the high priestess. That would be Jesus, right? Energetically wise. But Jesus understands who he is, the Seven of Cups. He can't just settle down with anybody, right? He can't just be with anybody, right? And I'm pretty sure he wouldn't just be with anybody, right? I'm pretty sure Jesus would want to be with another star, right? Another individual that's equally compatible to him. You know what I'm saying? Just to give y'all an example. I know this is all over the place, but I'm just saying here. We have the star, the high priestess, the Two of Cups, and the Seven of Cups. So, obviously, I'm not comparing anybody to Jesus, but I'm just saying that there is a star here, right? There's a light seed. There's a light worker here. I almost said light seed. I kind of said it already, but light worker here, right? There is a powerful person here that's very spiritually driven, that's really spiritually guided, tuned, and led by the divine themselves, right? We got this big ass star right here, bro. Like, we got this big ass star surrounded by other stars, right? You know what I'm saying? So just think about all the people that chose not to follow Harriet. Like, she the seer. She's the seer. She's the hearer. She is the one that's connected to the divine. Like, you know what I mean? She's getting these direct downloads from her angels, her spirit guides. It could have been Jesus. We don't know. We weren't there when Harriet was trying to get these people out. Confirmation with my phone pinging. It says Delta course correction. Oh my god. Oh my god. Course correction. It just said, y'all probably heard my phone ping. It said course correction. But just think about it. Think about all the slaves that potentially said, man, I'm not following Harriet. She don't know where to guide us to. Just think about if all the slaves told Harriet, like, man, she crazy. We ain't following you, man. You don't know what you talking about. You don't know what you doing, where you going. You ain't got no navigation. You ain't got no GPS. The stars was their navigation. The constellation was the navigation, right? So if none of the slaves have trusted in her spiritual abilities, right? Her high priest vibes, right? Her divine connection with God, Allah, Buddha, Ra, Yeshua, whatever, whoever, right? Whatever you call it. None of the slaves would have been free. Hell, you might not even be getting a video from me right now. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to put it out there, like, you know what I mean? Like, you have this one person over here that's, again, wants to be a leader, but they're a student. They know nothing, but they want to come off as if they are already, they've been spiritually fed, they've been spiritually digested. Like, they actually, like, their card, this Ace of Pentacles, just imagine if this was like a high secure facility, right? Not everybody got access to swipe that badge to get up on certain floors, right? So someone's trying to pay to get the clearance, right? Someone's trying to pay to get clearance, or pay to confuse maybe somebody to say that they have clearance when they're not clear. They not cleared by God. No. Because over here, the devil's out over here. We just saw that. We just saw that. The devil, the Nine of Wands, and the Justice here, right? You know what I'm saying? So, someone has been trying to be a false leader or false practitioner, a false hopstress, right? If that's a real word, but we're making it, just go with it. Someone has been giving off just a whole false narrative. Just false, right? And then over here, we have truth, right? We have clarity. We have the star. We have the high priestess. We have the Two of Cups, right? Which is a divine union, a divine partnership. But who is supposed to be in this divine partnership, right, with the Seven of Cups? Who is it? Who is it? Right? We know it ain't the devil. No. So there's something like that here, yo. I know this is all over the place, but I have no idea what I'm going to name this. But, yeah. Make sure y'all are being led by the shepherd, not a sheep, okay? Because the sheep job is to be the follower, right? The shepherd job is to teach and guide the sheep. Where is it safe to graze, right? Where they're not supposed to graze and things of that nature here. Yeah, someone wants to advance. Someone is wanting to advance so bad. Someone wants to skip the line so bad. But that's not how it works. That's not the correct way to do it, right? That's like someone waiting at the line at the amusement park, right? And I'm not talking about the people that got the flash pass, right? Or the advance passes where they can just come right up to the front of the line. So someone wants to be advanced, but their badge don't work. You know what I'm saying? It's like someone wants to get into the building, but the badge don't work, right? They want to come up to the door like, yo, I'm so-and-so, but like, nobody knows who you are, bro. Like, who are you? Security's like, yeah, get to the back of the line. Like, that ain't happening, right? So, it's something like that here. But anyways, we have advancement. A strong energy is propelling you forward. Follow the stirrings of your heart. So, someone wants to advance in the wrong way. Again, someone wants to cut corners. Someone wants to cut to the front of the line. But they haven't done the inner work, right? The Nine of Wands, the devil. It's like someone's blocking or resisting from doing this inner work here. The Nine of Wands, the devil, the Justice here. Let me just sweep the devil under the rug and let me just come out here with a clean shirt on, you know, and say that, okay, I'm ready, I'm clean, I'm dressed. You ever seen a kid? When you tell the kid to go take a bath, right? And they're like, "Oh, mom, oh, dad, oh, but the show's on, right?" They give you that like little tantrum, right? Because they don't want to wash their little stinking ass. And so they go, air quote, air quote, air quote, take a bath, right? And they come back, but they still got the chocolate stain on their cheek. They still got, you know, a little dirt mark on their arm. And you're asking him or her, like, did you bath? Did you, you know, they're like, yeah, I bathed. And then they walk by, you still smell a little shitty ass or something like that. And like, yo, get your butt back in that tub. You did not bath. It's kind of giving me that. It's kind of giving me that, you know. And someone's throwing a tantrum because they're not clean. They're not clean. They're not clean. So someone's upset because they want to be seen as this clean person, this clean energy, this clean individual, right? This sanctified individual. But when did you get baptized, right? Who baptized you? It's like giving that kind of, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, y'all. But that's what I have for you guys. Stop trying to cut the lines. Do the work. For real. Capricorns or whoever this is, cross watcher for Capricorn, like, I don't know. But someone wants to advance, but their badge doesn't work. So I don't know what I'm going to call this. Advanced failure? I don't know. I don't really want to say it's a failure because it's not potentially a failure, but it's not quite a win, right? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's not everybody's story, but that was what's the strongest that I'm channeling right now that I'm getting here. So who's the real Goodfella? I don't know. But that's what I got for you guys. Take care. Thank you guys so much for being here. I love you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.